Mastering Life in the Residence Halls session. We're so excited that you had us joining tonight. And I'm going to hand it over to our residential center team to share a little bit more about what it's like to live in the res halls at Bentley.
Perfect. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, incredible. So mastering life in the residence halls. My name is Caitlin Della Piana. I am the Assistant Director of Housing Operations here at Bentley University. We are going to walk through a few stages of what housing is like here at Bentley University, and then we'll give you some time to ask any questions and then give you some contact information in case questions come up later. So what is our agenda tonight? We'll talk a little bit about what's like to live on campus, what staff support you or your student will have accessible to you, the different various types of housing that are typically our first year transfer populations will be housed in, how actual housing selection and assignments work, and some basic meal plan understanding, and then any questions that may be important. So what is it like to live on campus? Living on campus, we thrive to create a civil and inclusive community for all of our students. We develop our communities to have a purpose, to be open and just. Every individual on campus is as important in helping our community develop to its highest potential. Studies have shown that when students are happy where they're living, they're doing well academically, and so our job here is to ensure that all students are very happy in their spaces and getting comfortable, but also like thriving in the classroom, thriving in their extracurriculars. And part of our job and the students' job is to make sure that they are fostering those communities. Why living on campus is so important. Well, a few reasons. Students live on campus at Bentley University will become more active organizational leaders, engaged in their residential communities, and Bentley students living on campus. Some things that are important is developing a sense of self, building connections, and belonging to a community. Here's a photo of some of our RA team that students will get to meet as they come up into the academic semester in January. What does staff and student support look like? So we have many layers of support here on campus outside of the residential center. But one of the most important people here on campus are the resident directors. So those are full-time staff members that oversee the day-to-day operations of the buildings. They live in the buildings amongst the residents. They have their offices in the building, so they are extremely accessible to students during the workday, and they also serve on an on-call rotation that I'll talk about a little bit later. We also have 4 assistant directors that supervise our resident directors, and they are part of our leadership team. So that is including myself. We also live within the residence halls as well. At the bottom, living amongst all of our students, we have RAs. Those are student staff that also work on a duty rotation. So there is a student that is accessible to all of your students in the after hours. So if something came up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., midnight, or even at 5 o'clock when our office is closed, there are many layers of support that are available to students. We have what's called an administrator on duty, an AOD, which is always available after business hours. So our offices run from 8:30 to 4:30, and then at that point, our on-call structure kicks in, and we have staff available with the collaboration of university police to make sure all students feel supported and all their needs are being met, to ensure that they feel safe and secure here on campus. We also have a blue light system around campus. Many students that have toured any college campus have probably seen a blue light system. They are everywhere. They are a great resource for our students. Gives you right in contact with a university police member to make sure that they feel safe as they navigate campus. Here's a quote from our RA recruitment team. RAs play a critical role in building community within the residence halls, aiding in the transition to colleges and helping connect residents to campus resources. Not only are these students providing valuable services to their community, they serve on duty each night to ensure that students feel safe and well-being. Usually our crises don't always happen during the 9 to 5 business day, so making sure our students and our RA teams are there to help every student when they need something in the after hours. Some student feedback data. This stuff is really interesting. So we have some feedback data that students have collected. It says, my RA has assisted me most with 16% roommate concerns, 10% academic support, 12% personal concerns, 20% getting involved, figuring out how to get involved, getting connected to other campus organizations and resources, or a campus play, or going to visit a hockey game. 16% navigating campus resources is students are well aware of all the resources we have on campus, but sometimes it's hard. Where do you start? How do I get connected? And so the RAs are trained in helping students navigate that information so that they feel like they are best supported. And then 25% help with the housing processes. So we have many processes that happen throughout the academic year. For example, right now it is November, and so we are already starting to talk about what does closing look like for winter break. So RAs are trained on understanding our educational housing processes so that they can communicate with their student staff. The same thing when it comes to housing selection in the spring semester. So 87% of students who were paired with their roommate didn't know they were successful in their living environment. Students highly appreciate the convenience of having academic facilities, friends, resources, and amenities all within close reach. They also see the value of a community and social interactions that come with campus living. Fostering friendships and connections. Furthermore, respondents enjoy the independence and freedom associated with planning their own schedules. Studies are showing that people are able to get involved when they're living closely with their people. It's much more accessible to them. Living near the dining hall, being able to walk to class, it allows them to truly get to know everyone, get connected with more resources on campus, and then thrive academically. What is living like here on campus? So these are the 3 first-year living environments. So typically, first-year students live in double or triple occupancy bedrooms. We do have a small portion of singles and suites available, and quads. Most of these have common bathrooms shared amongst the residents of each floor. Miller and Slate are pretty identical. They hold about 250 residents. They're just on different sides of campuses. And then we have Trees Complex that holds about 500 students as well. So it's about double the size of Slate and Miller. All of these spaces have a common kitchen, laundry room, and a lounge space throughout the building. Located on our website is bentley.edu/housing tour. There are virtual walkthroughs of every type of living environment you could have on campus. Those have been super helpful for students to kind of see, like, where does the closet work? What does it look like? What actually is coming into the space? So everything that you see in those videos will be spaces that we have available on campus. Students are not able to select the specific hall they would like to live with. However, they are able to preference the type of living. So what type of living equals is students are able to preference a double room, a triple room, a single, or a suite. So you'll be able to rank those preferences. We try to honor the first or second preference, but it's always not a guarantee. For students coming into the January semester, you're filling vacancies that we have on campus. So we don't always have fully open doubles and so on and so forth. So making sure you put preferences you are comfortable with, we will try to honor the first and second preference. But again, it is unfortunately not 100% guarantee, but our team tries to do our best. So this is a little look at what the virtual walkthrough looks like. The little blue dots you see, you can actually click into them and it will like spin you around the room. And so you can do this in the bathrooms as well, in the lounges. So it's a really great opportunity for students and families to kind of see, like, what will the room look like if I'm standing inside of it? And here is like some photos of a blank room, but also some room with student decor to make you feel like it is homey. You can make it feel comfortable. You can put things in it to make you feel a little bit like you're at home, bringing things you would like. Students obviously can bring their own comforters and stuff. Decor, rugs, things for the walls to make it feel as homey as possible. So what is next? So at this point, you all have received an email from GA Housing, so GA_housing, to your Bentley email. There are multiple steps to this experience. So step 1 is your housing contract. When you sign into the email that you received, it will sign you into the housing portal that is connected to your authenticator. You will sign into your housing portal and you will complete the housing contract. If you are under 18, it does require you to email it back to our team, and then we will give you access to the next step. Once you sign your contract, it will then trigger your forms to open the next application, which is your housing application. That is where you will share your roommate preferences and your room style preferences. So if you have someone who is coming to the college in January with you, our team is happy to work with you guys to see if we have space available for both of you. If you don't have anyone, that is also okay. We will place you in the vacancies we have here on campus. And then you will also be able to preference your room styles. So again, double, triple, quad, single, or single, double, triple. You aren't able to put the same preference twice because that kind of defeats the purpose of the preferences. So once you do those things, there are 2 additional steps. For new students, you can always request another incoming new student. If you're a transfer student and you already know students here on campus, we also are happy to work with you on that as well. So you can match as long as it is mutual. And then always request an accommodation. If you need a medical or religious accommodation for a specific housing accommodation, you are able to request that in advance. And that was in the email that sent to you last week from GA_housing@bentley.edu. And all of this is due Friday, December 5th. So we have a few more weeks, but all of this information is due by 4 p.m. on Friday, December 5th. Meal plans. So most of our first year students are all on the Block 304 meal plan with 5 meal trades and 350 discretionary. All first year students are required to be on that full meal plan and unfortunately are not able to make any changes to that. If you are not an incoming first year, you can select amongst the other based off the type of living you're in, but located on our website is all the types of meal plans we have to offer. What is a meal trade and what is discretionary. So meal trades can be used at some of our retail locations, but it utilizes a meal swipe from the original Block 304. These locations include La Cava, Harry's, and Corrido. And then $350 of discretionary could also be used at locations, but the discretionary funds can be used at our Falcon Mart and some of the other purchasable locations here on campus. Here's a full list of all the dining options we have on campus. So the 921 is our main dining facility. That is where students eat actively most days. We have Dunkin' Donuts located in the Student Center. Harry's, that is also located in the Student Center. That's like a great late night option that is available after the 921 closes. Natural is located also in the Student Center. That has like smoothies, toasts, acai bowls, some delicious food. Located in the Bentley Library is Einstein's Bagels, where you can use your discretionary funds. La Cava Cafe is a great option for students in between classes. You can use your meal trades there, and it is good because it's grab and go, but you can also sit and have a sandwich. There's a Starbucks Express also right there in La Cava. And then we have Burrito, which is located in the data center, which is a burrito location that has burritos, burrito bowls, stuff like that, and salads. And that is all we have for now. So if anyone has any questions, we're happy to answer those. And if you have any questions or you think of questions later, our team is always available at GA_housing, or you can give us a call as well. But our housing email is probably your best bet to get the best information. Have a great night. Thank you.
Other questions, you can definitely reach out to the New Falcon question form. Our New Falcon mentors also will be having open hours over the next couple of months, so feel free to utilize those if you want to get the student perspective too about living on campus. But thank you all for being a part of this session tonight. We look forward to seeing you soon.